Chinese Consul General Gao Zhensheng held a spring festival reception at the Chinese Embassy in San Francisco. Consul General Gao wished his consular district's Chinese communities, businesses, and students a Happy New Year of the Snake.
首先，我代表中国驻旧金山总领馆全体同事对大家的到来表示热烈的欢迎。并代表我们全体的同事给大家拜个早年，欢迎大家回家过年。
Invited to the event were many important members of local businesses, politics, and the Chinese community, including Mayor of Sunnyvale, Anthony Spitaleri, San Jose City Council member Kansen Chu, and Vice Mayor of South San Francisco, Pedro Gonzalez. Also attending the event was a representative of Senator Dianne Feinstein, who gave New Year's wishes from the senator.
Well, I'd like to wish everyone a Happy New Year of the Snake from Senator Dianne Feinstein.
Many other important members of the community also gave New Year's wishes.
恭祝大家身体健康，家庭快乐啊！谢谢。
OK， 给湾区所有的朋友，还有我们 ICN 所有的观众拜个年，新年好。
I want to wish everybody a great Lunar New Year, Happy Chinese New Year.
各位朋友，各位侨界的领袖，大家新年好！新年大家心想事成。
This will be Consul General Gao's last year serving in San Francisco, as his term will be up and he will be returning to China. He expressed his hopes for positive China-U.S. ties in the future.
这一年，中美关系继续稳定发展，两国元首多次会晤。2013年，中国的改革开放和现代化建设将进入新的阶段。中国人民将继续发扬百折不挠、锐意军起的精神，为全面建成小康社会开好局、起好步。
The start of the Year of the Snake is seeing much celebration, which should hopefully be a good sign for the rest of the year. Yibing He, John Berge, ICN, San Francisco. Police, fire, and military personnel gathered in Fremont on Sunday for a disaster drill called Operation Rolling Chaos, held at Unitech College. The purpose of the drill was to recreate the initial response to a disaster such as a dam break. Nearly 500 people participated in the drill, with hopes to bring together emergency first responders and teach them to work together. Organizers believe that there's a very real possibility for disaster in the Bay Area, and in places such as Sacramento, which could see flooding of up to 12 feet of water. There is no way to be 100% prepared for disaster, but the drill organizers say it won't stop them from trying. Yibing He, John Berge, ICN, San Francisco. Foreign cruise companies are getting into China's tourism market as interest grows in the country. In 2012, 79,000 passengers went through the Tianjin International Cruise home port in North China, and the number is expected to rise this year. The harbor should see 47 voyages in 2013, a big jump from the 5 they had in 2011. Royal Caribbean Cruises operated 2 cruises in the area during last year's National Day holiday. If interest continues to grow, more ports and waiting areas for passengers should be built to accommodate the ships. Yibing He, John Berge, ICN, San Francisco. Shanghai has seen a peak in tourist activity on the first day of the Spring Festival. The city is estimated to receive more than 3 million tourists during the week-long holiday. The downtown area of the city was lit up by bright lights for the festival. With everyone home to visit the family for the festival, the city was full of people enjoying their time together. Although there was a worry that fireworks would not be allowed due to air pollution, it was not a problem after all. Plenty of fireworks lit up the night sky to make a great show for onlookers. The city should be full of fun things to see and do, and celebrations should continue throughout the week. Yibing He, John Berge, ICN, San Francisco.
This year, Valentine's Day falls during the 5-day-long official Lunar New Year holiday. This means that there will be no marriages on February 14th in Beijing this year. As the city's Civil Affairs Bureau is going on holiday with the rest of the country, the Western holiday has become increasingly popular over the years as a marriage date. with almost 4,000 couples tying the knot on the day last year. China's own version of Valentine's Day, the Qixi Festival, is a much bigger celebration in the country, and just as commercial as its Western counterpart. Couples are going to have to wait until August if they want to feel the extra love on their big day. Yi Binghe, Ivy Lin, ICN, San Francisco.
Scientists at Stanford University are researching new ways to boost the immune system and create a more effective flu vaccine that could be produced faster. Researchers are focusing on finding a vaccine that would protect against all forms of the virus with just one immunization every 10 years. Each February, scientists try to predict the flu strains that will circulate most widely and grow them in chicken eggs to make a vaccine. The process is slow and does not account for new strains like the swine flu in 2009. Stanford is currently testing an experimental DNA approach that bypasses the standard process, which could even be used alongside the current vaccine. Yi Binghe, John Berge, ICN, San Francisco. Texas governor and former Republican presidential candidate Rick Perry began meeting with business leaders in the Bay Area this week to try and sway some of them to move jobs to his state. Perry will meet with high-tech, biotech, financial, insurance, and film industries during his 3-day trip. Some business leaders say that he may have a tough time persuading any business to move, especially with all of the talent in Silicon Valley. Perry's stance that California regulations are too strict is not as big of a concern to startups, which are focusing more on a ready workforce. California Governor Jerry Brown has dismissed his efforts, calling them a cheap gimmick. Yi Binghe, John Berge, ICN, San Francisco. A food testing indicator paper is expected to hit the Chinese market soon to help consumers identify whether or not food products have been contaminated. The test paper will change color to show over 60 varieties of chemicals in foods. Food safety testing usually requires complex testing machines and procedures in laboratories. This new test paper could identify harmful substances in minutes. This product could help fight back against the food scandals that China has been seeing recently. Developers of the test paper see a huge market for the product and are currently working to lower the production costs of the paper and make it more affordable for consumers. Yi Binghe, John Berge, ICN, San Francisco. Valentine's Day is tomorrow, and everyone is making last-minute reservations and buying heart-shaped candy for the ones they love. According to the National Retail Federation, more than $4 million will be spent on jewelry this year for the holiday. California has chocolate sales covered, having the most chocolate manufacturers in the country with 121 different companies. People planning on going out for a romantic dinner will have plenty of options in the Bay Area, with many great restaurants offering Valentine's Day specials. We went out and asked a couple of Bay Area residents about their plans for the holiday weekend.
You know, I did a quick shop to Costco, picked up some chocolates. You gotta have chocolates Valentine's Day, and little gifts and little things to put in my daughter's goodie bag and my little babies, and visiting family. So it's gonna be a fun one.
Staying home and having the house to myself because the fam's going rock climbing.
For those looking for a more silly way to celebrate, there's the annual Valentine's Day pillow fight at Justin Herman Plaza in San Francisco. Yi Binghe, John Berge, ICN, San Francisco. China has set mandatory energy saving standards for buildings, hoping to make the country greener by 2015. All new government-invested buildings will follow the standard, and existing buildings will be renovated. By 2014, these rules will also be applied to affordable housing projects and public constructions with an area of more than 20,000 square meters in a single building. Meeting the minimum requirements for green buildings should only cost about 50 yuan per square meter. China aims to construct 1 billion square meters of green buildings and make green buildings account for 20% of all new buildings in the country by 2015. Yi Binghe, John Berge, ICN, San Francisco. Forensic experts are looking at the charred remains found Tuesday after a deadly shootout at a Big Bear area cabin, attempting to identify Christopher Dorner, the former LAPD officer wanted for a series of shooting deaths and a revenge plot against law enforcement agencies and their families. The shootout killed a San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputy and wounded another. Dorner's driver's license was found in the cabin, which was destroyed by fire.
We believe that someone was inside, and that was the person that stole the vehicle and fled, then abandoned the vehicle, ran into the forest and inside this cabin where he barricaded himself.
The cabin is southwest of Big Bear, near where Dorner's burned-out vehicle was discovered Thursday after he allegedly shot and killed a Riverside police officer. Dorner was spotted by a California Fish and Wildlife officer when he fled to the cabin and began the shootout. Yibing He, John Berge, ICN, San Francisco.
The Chinese city of Shenzhen is seeing a surge in the housing market, with real estate figures showing the strongest sales in 43 months. Developers sold out 568,500 square meters of new commercial housing, according to the Municipal Commission of Urban Planning. The average price of homes in the city has risen 8.4% month-on-month to almost 20,000 yuan per square meter. The housing market started a strong recovery in May last year after the once subdued demand returned to market amid expectations that the housing prices would rise following the central bank's twice lending rate cuts. Yibing He, Joanne Yang, ICN, San Francisco.
Midway through President Barack Obama's State of the Union speech Tuesday came an unexpected mention of tech company Apple.
Caterpillar is bringing jobs back from Japan. Ford is bringing jobs back from Mexico. And this year, Apple will start making Macs in America again.
Company CEO Tim Cook was in the crowd for the speech and could be seen smiling. The news that Apple would begin manufacturing some of its Macintosh computers in the United States came last year in December when Cook said that the company will invest $100 million into contracts with U.S. manufacturers. Job creation in the country is a key part of the president's second-term agenda, so the move to mention Apple plays right into his strategy. Administration officials say Cook was invited to the speech because he heads a company that underscores America's innovation economy. Yibing He, John Berge, ICN, San Francisco. Fares for the Bay Area BART train should be going up soon, but it looks like the rates still won't be as bad as gas prices. BART officials this week unveiled a proposal to raise fares 5.2% next year, increasing the average fare about 16 cents. The transit system staff say that the fare increase is based on inflation and would generate about $17 million in new revenue in the first year. Additional fare hikes have also been proposed for 2016, 2018, and 2020, also tied to inflation. BART will be increasing daily parking fees by 50 cents every 6 months at station lots that are regularly full, which is expected to raise up $11 million annually. Yibing He, John Berge, ICN, San Francisco. As part of the Chinese New Year celebration, ICN San Francisco visited Kingdom of Dumpling Restaurant in Newark. The restaurant was decorated for the holiday, and all of the employees wore traditional Chinese clothing. Kingdom of Dumpling owner Li Chin-he showed us how the restaurant makes the dumplings and some of the history of the food.
亲自可以看看我们现场制作水饺的过程。第一道工序，他们是这个打馅儿，后边紧接是揪劲儿啊、擀皮啊，然后包，然后把它放起来啊，这是一步过程。好，谢谢大家。
The employees of the restaurant came together to give their New Year's wishes to all of the viewers of ICN.
水饺之国祝愿湾区华人以及新老客户新年快乐，万事如意。Happy Chinese New Year! King of Dumplings is located 39229 Cedar Boulevard, Newark 94560. The phone number is 510-713-2800. You can either dine in or order to go. Okay, welcome and happy Chinese New Year. 寻寻觅觅一碗可口的水饺，这样的要求算不算太高？
All of the food at Kingdom of Dumpling is great for a big family celebration. Yibing He, John Berge, ICN, San Francisco. Olympic running star Oscar Pistorius has been arrested by South African police and charged with the murder of his girlfriend in his home this morning. Pistorius kept weapons in his gated South African home, which he claimed were for protection against his country's soaring crime rate. Police say there have previously been incidents and allegations of a domestic nature at Pistorius' home.
Can confirm that there was a shooting incident this morning at the home of the well-known Paralympic athlete Oscar Pistorius. At this stage, we can confirm that a young woman, a 30-year-old woman, did die on the scene of gunshot wounds.
Pistorius has earned a lot of money from athletic endorsements and also comes from a privileged background, so he is able to afford a large residence in a community with armed security. Pistorius remains in custody and is said to be distraught. Yi Bing-he, John Berge, ICN, San Francisco.
The year of the snack has begun and snack-themed products are everywhere. Sports clothing company Adidas has designed a special pair of shoes that come in snake-skin style and have a jade-lace lock. Luxury watch company Piaget has produced the Altiplano Chinese Zodiac snack watch, crafted from 18-karat white gold with 78 diamonds surrounding the face. The People's Bank of China has issued 15 commemorative coins, 8 in gold and 7 in silver, each designed with snack patterns. China Post has issued stamps for the year of the snack within its Zodiac collection. Many other snack-themed products, including jewelry, are out there for those who want to celebrate the new year in style. Yi Bing-he, Ivy Lin, ICN, San Francisco.
The Stanford University Board of Trustees voted on Tuesday to raise tuition 3.5%, making the cost of attending the school over $56,000. Stanford says it remains committed to granting financial aid to allow any admitted student to attend. The school's aid program provides free undergraduate tuition to families making less than $100,000 a year. Any family making less than $60,000 isn't expected to pay any tuition, room, or board. Around 2,070 students pay full tuition at Stanford without any sort of aid. Trustees have also increased tuition for graduate, medical, engineering, and law students by 3.5% and business school tuition by 3.9%. Yi Bing-he, John Berge, ICN, San Francisco. The Valentine's Day sale of Washington University's Horticulture Club is held at the greenhouse near campus. This is a 2-day event on February 13th and 14th every year. The sales attract many people coming by to buy Valentine's flowers. Most customers have very positive feedback to the event.
Oh, it's fun. Every year it just brings spring a little early.
I think it's really good. It's good income for the Horticulture Club, and then it's also a source for people to buy flowers this time of year.
This year, the flowers on sale include primrose and tulips. Many of the flowers sell out the first day. The club members were very happy with this year's sales. Brian, one of the members of the club, said,
"Last year we had very, very few people. This year we've had very many. It's highly dependent on the weather. This year we have good weather, and that brings the people out. A rough estimate is, I would guess, we probably had 300 to 400 people yesterday."
The Horticulture Club is completely run by the students at Washington State University. It is also a good experience for them to get involved in the process.
It's rewarding. It's good to see something that you grew, that you worked on, and then when the people buy it and they come up, they're so happy with it. So.
Justin Jha reporting from Washington. A meteor, roughly the size of a bus, exploded in the atmosphere over the Russian Ural city of Chelyabinsk in the morning, causing a blinding flash of light and a powerful burst of sound that shattered windows, damaged buildings, and caused injuries to almost 1,000 people. The event began around 9 a.m. local time, with many believing it was some sort of missile attack. Pieces of the meteor have been reported coming down all around the region. Military experts knew about the meteor beforehand, but did not alert the public, believing it would break up in orbit. They say that this sort of thing happens all the time, but it is usually over water and not as widely recorded. Yi Bing-he, John Berge, ICN, San Francisco.
China is the largest market in the world for automobiles, and it has been a great help to U.S. company General Motors in the fourth quarter. China has contributed to GM's third consecutive money-making year, despite losses in Europe and rising costs in North America. For all of the 2012, GM's outsold its biggest competitors in China, Volkswagen, and captured 14.3% of the market in the latest quarter. GM is just one of the companies that is currently seeing China as the most important market economically. Yibinghe, Ivy Lin, ICN, San Francisco.
American Airlines and U.S. Airways have agreed to a merger in an $11 billion deal that would create the world's biggest airline. The new airline will be taking the American Airlines name, but it will be run by U.S. Airways CEO Doug Parker, with AMR CEO Tom Horton serving as chairman.
It's made sense for a while, we think, but sometimes all the planets need to align, and it's taken a while for us to get here, but fortunately we've come to agreement that this makes sense for all of our customers, for all of our employees, for our investors.
Many believe the merger will cause a rise in ticket prices, and it has been shown before when Delta bought Northwest in 2008. Many airlines have been consolidating lately, mainly due to the rising price of fuel. The new American Airlines would have more than 900 planes, 3,200 daily flights, and about 95,000 employees, not counting regional affiliates. Yibinghe, John Berge, ICN, San Francisco.